I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Funko Games Godzilla Tokyo Clash strategy game. Alright, my zillions, we got a game here. I don't really normally do games, but I am very happy to do this one, for sure. I want to thank Funko Games and Toho for making this possible for me to take a look at this. Very, very cool of you guys to do so. And if you want your own Godzilla Tokyo Clash, stay tuned, because there will be a giveaway of a brand new one for you. So let's take a look at this. We're gonna take a look at the box art first. Really, really nice art. I love the colors. Very, very nicely done. Really cool image of Godzilla. Very, like, kind of old school, but like done with a modern sensibility. I do like it. If you know what I'm saying, like with the old school, like this Godzilla has like this kind of like almost Americanized take on him from way, way back, but done really vibrantly, really nice. Godzilla here on the side looks really good. I like how, you know, it's all like distressed. I think that's really well done. On the side, you just have Godzilla, you know, and all that. And on the back, you do see nice big pictures of the game pieces. You do get Godzilla, and you hear things floating around, because this is my copy of it. So everything is all out. Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Megalon, and Mothra, which is cool. I'm really happy that Megalon got included in this instead of, say, like Rodan, because... or Mechagodzilla, because, you know, we need more love for some of these, like, old kaiju, and Megalon definitely deserves it. So this is very cool to see. I really dig that Megalon is in this. But we'll take a look at the pieces later. Here you see the game board and some of the cards. Very awesome box. So let's get into it. Wait, before we do, check it out. On the sides of the box, when you take off the cover, you got a beautiful shot of Megalon, King Ghidorah, Godzilla, probably my least favorite, and Mothra. So very nice paintings. You get a very nice instruction manual. Nice colors, looking good. I feel like everything is well described, yet it still took me a couple of read-throughs. And this is why it's taken me a while to do this, to really try to figure out the game. And even still, like, here's a nice little game summary, which is really handy. There's a few things where I was just like, I think I got it, but I wasn't 100% sure. And that's definitely within here, the refresh phase into the event phase. We'll talk about that, because it was a little odd for me. But, you know, nicely done here. It gives you examples, which is very helpful. I mean, honestly, definitely noobs to this strategy game here, type of game. So it was definitely a big learning curve to get over. Each character gets a card, and each player takes one character, obviously. You know, you have that artwork again. This is their energy bar. Let's say, like, you're playing a video game, and it goes up and down depending on when you see the other cards. You have, like, a kind of little price to pay, and then also when you do, like, certain moves, you get your energy goes up and down. You'd place your whole deck on one side, and then all the cards you discard on the other. Enhancements would go down here. And, you know, there's, like, parts of the game where, you know, like I said, I just kind of didn't think of or forgot, because there's a lot going on here. Enhancements was definitely one of those things where I just kind of used them. We just kind of used them, and then we placed the cards. And you're going to see some gameplay action in a little while, but that's what it looks like. That's what the back looks like, which is really nice. Here's the Mothra card. And the back there, looking cool. I really like these silhouettes they have there. King Ghidorah card's a little bit different, and we didn't play with King Ghidorah quite yet, but we will, because there's a head meter here to take into consideration, so that's very interesting. The back of that looks pretty cool. And then the Megalon looking swell as well. Like I mentioned, there are decks of cards here, one for each player designated by, obviously King Ghidorah, Megalon, Godzilla, and Mothra. And then, each card will tell you to do something different. This one's called Snapping Jaws. And this is the thing I was talking about, the energy meter. So if you use this card, you got to take away one, and then you play the rest of the card. Like, this is to attack, and then you read what it says and whatever. And then this is kind of your prize if, like when you beat somebody and you take their cards, you do that. So I'm not really going to be explaining how to play the game here. I'm definitely not the one to do that. If you want a full explanation of the game, definitely check out some more like game intuitive channels, like I did. But each one is really cool, and look at that, there's Jet Jaguar getting impaled. A lot of really great art on these cards, so, I'm not going to reveal them all because it's just, spoilers, right? You want to have something on your own. But they're really very, very well done, and a lot of fun to just look at. They're, on the right side here. Hey, it's the Mothra twins. So yeah, lots of cool stuff here, and a lot of things you could do with them. There are also event cards, which have like a different thing that's going on. Rush Hour, Armored Assault, Air Strikes, Zillion Invasion, not to get me confused with My Zillions, which is spelled differently. Lightning Generators, and Naval Bombardment. These are cool too. Again, unique artwork on them, and then it'll tell you how to set up. You could use different token battleships, lightning generators, UFO tokens, jet tokens, tank tokens, and train tokens, and all of that stuff you could throw at other kaiju or like buildings and stuff, which is cool. Now, this is the one thing where in the game itself, we just kind of forgot about. Like, we just never got to it. According to the directions, once you get to the refresh stage, which is when everybody passes a turn, and you pass on a turn, I guess if, like, there's not a move you can make that makes sense, and we never did. So we never got to this stage, which is odd. I'll talk about that more in a little bit, but I found that odd that we, got to the end of the game without playing these cards. We definitely did something wrong there, but you get 4 of these energy pegs and 1 of these Ghidorah pegs. So just to show you here, you would move this up and down this one, and then this red one is what everybody gets, and you start at 2 here and you move up and down depending on what you do. Like, again, like an energy meter. This one, once you get to 3, then you could do like a kind of like a triple barrage or so. Something like that, which is cool. This board kind of times the game, right? So depending on the amount of players you have, the longer the game is. So 4 players is the longest. This end thing is kind of weird. You don't really need to get to the actual end, and how you mark that time is you get 1 of these Oxygen Destroyer tokens, and you start it here. After each round, minus the first round, because you want to do a whole round first before starting this, so after the second round, you move this up 1, and then consequently you keep moving this up. Meanwhile, while you play and you like break some of the small buildings, those little square tokens I showed you, you go from, okay, I'm pointing at 3 because this is where we play, because we're 3. You start putting your building tokens here. Once this and this meet and this goes over those, the game is over, and you stop there to add up all your cards to see how many points you got. And by cards, I meant these little King of the Monster type deals. So each of these has different points. Obviously, this is 0, but you add all of these up, because these all go, like, if you beat like Mothra here and your Megalon, you put this here. And then at the end, you take all the cards that you've accumulated here, and they're called trophies, and you add them up, and that's how you score. And we get all these game board pieces, and there's like 3 ways to set it up. 2-player, 3-player, or 4-player. They're pretty cool. Some of it is like a little hard to see what all the art is on there, and I feel like they're almost blurry in a way, the way they're done. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit like brighter, a little bit cleaner to see, but then you place all the small buildings here and like the bigger buildings on these pieces here. This is the for the radar dish, and as you can see, you know, the pieces on, you know, the squares underneath like show them destroyed. So once you take them off the board, they get destroyed. But yeah, you get some water there, you get some tracks. That wasn't even a track. There's a tracks, you know, so you get a lot of different spaces here to place everything around. You do have one regular like hexagonal piece here that, or is a pentagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagram. That you want to place in the middle of the board and then place everything around it. So you get a lot of pieces here to work with, and you can mix and match them. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of customizable, and I feel like the game in general has a more like a customizable like feel to it, and we'll talk about that as we go. But there is one extra King of Monsters card, and that is this one. I'm not exactly sure what this symbol is. Maybe that just means King of Monsters in Japanese. You guys could tell me. But at the beginning of the game, somebody gets this. It's just designated, and they get one extra card to start. You get 5 cards to start, which I felt like in the directions that wasn't something I gathered right away, but you get 5 cards to start, and then you could get an extra card if you're holding this card. Each time you beat the person in a fight that has this, then you are in possession of this. Whoever is in possession of this at the end gets 2 extra king points here. So there you go, a little extra there. And something we actually forgot at the end of the game. Just to show you some of those tokens, this is the battleships, these are the tanks. These are small buildings. And then you got trains, I guess the generator thing, planes, UFOs. So you would take these and place them all around the board. Obviously, some are cut out already. These are ones that go in the bottoms of the buildings. And these are those buildings. You get a military installation here. These are all just done in gray plastic, but they're pretty cool looking. And there you go. You get 2 extra energies and take one of your discarded cards, I believe. And then this is a generator. And then 2 + 1 card. You get 4 here for the big buildings. I know a lot of people like wanted to know more about these buildings because, you know, some folks would probably just get this just for the buildings, but there's not enough, I feel like, to make it worthwhile just on that. And then 2 here, and you get to look at your opponent's card for this signal tower or whatever it was called. But yeah, these are the 4 types of structures that are like called large buildings in the game. And if you want to know, they are kind of small. I'll give you a little size comparison. Here's the new Playmates Kong for comparison. So yeah, they're kind of small. You really wouldn't be able to use them for your figures. But I know everybody wants to look at the little figurines. This is a toy channel after all. And honestly, they came out really, really cool. Starting with Godzilla here, as you can see, he's cast in green plastic, and he's got a brown wash over him. And I think the sculpting is actually very, very, very nice. You can zoom in and take a look at it further. It's definitely a late 70s Godzilla. Mid-70s Godzilla, I should say. Late in the Showa series, but definitely a 73 through 74 inspired, which to me is my favorite Godzilla. So I love that you get this Godzilla for that. I think that's pretty cool. You can see the little puffy spines there, which I love. So there you go. And it just kind of proves to me that, you know, us here in North America are more infatuated with that era of Godzilla than they are in Japan. I could be wrong about that, but that is my assessment from years and years of collecting stuff. Next up, we got Mothra. Really nice piece here. I really like that. And this is the piece I used in our game. Looks great. The wings look fantastic. Very nicely sculpted. Again, this is cast in orange plastic, and it's got a dark wash over it. I guess that's a brown as well. Like a dark brown. Might be, yeah, it's about a dark brown. Looks pretty good. A little heavy right there, but whatever. I'm not really judging it on that stuff. It just looks really, really good. And you do have a little hole there that you could put a little stand that it comes with in it, which is nice. So Mothra could, you know, just be standing there and attacking other kaiju. Really great looking. Look at that head sculpt. All the little appendages look fantastic. So yeah, this is beautiful. I really like it. And we got King Ghidorah here, which I think is possibly the weakest one. For one thing, I feel like it's a little small compared to all the rest. King Ghidorah should be a lot bigger. That's unfortunate, but, you know, cast in yellow with, again, that brownish wash, which is such a great idea, I gotta say. I really like it. They look alright. The heads look fine. The wings look fine. It's an okay one, you know, it's not terrible, but it's definitely my least favorite of the four. And finally, we got Megalon. Megalon! Which looks cool. I like this, like, again, that late, mid-70s, I keep saying late, mid-70s vibe going on here with Megalon, which is awesome. This one is cast in like a brownish, and but a brownish over it. But you could tell all, you know, the details, which is beautiful. I love this one. Looking really good. Giant cockroach god monster here, looking awesome. So yeah, this is a great game piece. I do really like this one. And there are the 4 game pieces all together. They look really nice. Again, I wish King Ghidorah was a little bit bigger. You can see how big, like, Mothra is in comparison. So yeah, that would have been nice. But otherwise, these are great. These are really, really cool. And just for a regular figure comparison for you, here again is Kong. Alright, my zillions, welcome to the giveaway portion of this video. We are giving away a Godzilla Tokyo Clash game from Funko Games. This is a $39.99 value, and if you don't win, you can get it at Target. It is very, very cool, obviously. You've seen already up till now, and, you know, spoiler to my final thoughts, this is a really cool game. Now, really simple, couple of ground rules for the giveaway. I can only ship in the US, so if you're not in the US, my apologies, you can't enter the giveaway. The other thing is, if you are under 18, please get your parents' permission. You know, nice and simple, just get your parents' permission, you can enter, but do that, because it is, you know, ages 10 and up, so there you have it. And to enter, I'm going to keep this very, very, very simple. All you have to do is enter the word Megalon down below in the comments. That's it. We will take it from there. This giveaway is open till next Sunday night, and around, you know what, let's keep it open exactly till 9 p.m. next Sunday night, and then after that I will make a video, you know, and we will randomize the winner to a nice random wheel, and we will figure out who won this very cool game. And that's it. Alright, guys. After that, you can email me, and we will take it from there. But that will be in the actual giveaway video. For now, to enter, write the word Megalon below. And that's it. Alright? Stay tuned. Up next, we got some gameplay. So let's get into some gameplay, folks. We're just going to show you just an overview of one full game that we did, a little cutting in here and there. But I want to show you guys this. I thought it was very important to check out. Here is the game board, how it's set up prior to playing. And the players involved are myself, my wife, and Ultrazilla Jr., which who we have to help along, of course, a little bit. He's still learning to read. But As you can see, everybody is on the board, so let's get into it.
5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I get 6. I have brush.
3 stuff.
Okay. What?
I'm gonna use the Sojubin song card. Sojubin? I forget the name. Gain 2 energy and draw 1 card. So, I will gain 2 energy and draw an extra card.
I'm gonna use this card. I'm destroying from this building in my face.
I'm gonna use Stinger Spray, which takes away 2 points. With a range of 1 to take this train and hit Megalon. And then, which gives me 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And after this attack is fully resolved, including any defensive cards played by the target, repeat this attack. So, at the end of the game, like I explained earlier, you take all your trophy cards. These are the cards you've acquired after beating a foe in battle, and you add up all of the points at the bottom underneath the crowns. So those are like the king of the monster crown. So you add them all up, and you see who won. As you can see, got quite a bit of points. But yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you find out who wins, and the winner was this guy. And my final thoughts, we definitely had a good time playing it, but there was definitely a few aspects that were a little bit hard to grasp. Even with reading the directions a few times, even like with watching a couple of how-to videos, there was things that we just sort of forgot about. There's just like a lot going on. For a game where it's like all about the monsters mashing buildings and each other, it's definitely a little bit tougher, I feel like, than it should be. Like, this here, discard a card, throw a vehicle, 1 space, whatever. We totally forgot to do this. And I don't even remember right now when you're supposed to do this. So that was one of those things, you know. And then there's like extra energy sources here that, again, just never remembered to play. You know, like, check this out. You know, again, abilities. There's a lot going on here, and I felt like it was a little bit tough to get everything. The next thing is the event cards. Again, I don't understand when everybody would pass once, because we never did it. And according to the directions and all I've seen, you get to the event cards once everybody refreshes their cards, and that's after everybody passes. We never did that, so we never played this. It never happened for us. So again, I don't know when exactly you're supposed to do it, but I found that a little bit weird. These event cards are here. Here's my suggestion. for folks that don't understand it as well. I feel like once you get here, maybe you could start an event. And if you get to the other side, you could start the other event. I feel like that's an easy way to go. It makes sense just by the way the cards are laid out against this. So it was one of those odd things, you know? Also, I did feel like, even though the game took a little bit of time, didn't take a ton of time, and I felt like, I mean, it'd be more fun to just get to the end than to stop once you get, you know, past the small buildings you're destroying. Again, another thing I feel like you could customize, and I feel like this game is easily customizable for like some fan rules there. So there you go. Otherwise, the graphics are pretty nice on, like, all the art is pretty nice on like the cards and stuff. The graphics on the boards, a little bit blurry in my opinion, but the monsters are very, very excellent, like I've said. So I dig them a lot. And again, we did have a good time, so at the end of the day, that is cool. And that is my review. I hope you dug it. Once again, thank you to Funko Games and Toho for making this possible. And thanks to my wife and my kid for joining me in playing this. So we will be playing this a lot more. My kid really wants to be King Ghidorah next, so we're gonna give that a go. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace out, peeps. You're still here? Were you expecting the giveaway rules here? That's in the middle of the video. Go. Go.